is Photos by Passy. Today we're down at Gunnemounted Beach in Victoria. I'm using the Tamron 150-600 lens again. This is our go-to lens for surfing at the moment. And we shot on both the Sony A99II and our older Sony A77II. Now the great thing about the A77II is because this guy is a crop sensor, we're actually getting 900mm of reach there, which was really good. And we shot both video and photos. The only thing is this is at like 24 megapixels, whereas the A99II is at 42, so there's more cropping ability on the A99II. Anyway, we shot photos and video on both of these cameras, and we'll be able to compare them, see how they come out. We also shot in RAW plus JPEG, and we're going to try some RAW in Lightroom, which is something different for sports photos, and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, beautiful sunny day here, and a great day shooting with Sony and Tamron. Hamish. Hamish has been out there on his board. Tell us what it was like, Hamish.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Bit of hard work, you know.
Yeah, it looked like hard work, especially when those big sets came through. Like, you just have to dive under and wait that one out.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of hard work, but a good day for it, so
okay,
I made the most of it.
You're happy you got some rides?
Yeah, it's good fun.
Good fun. Oh yeah, hopefully we'll have some pictures with you. Of you. So now we're with you interviewing. We'll have pictures of you later on, and they'll be on our Facebook page, so you can check them out. All right, just wave to everyone that's going to see this.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Have a great day.
Cheers. Thanks.
Okay, we're down the surf today. We've got Sony, the A99II, 42 megapixels, great for cropping. But today we're using the Tamron. This is the Tamron 150-600 G2 lens. Now this guy is like pretty heavy, it's got a lot of glass in it. So we were filming on a stick and we had to go doing some video with the stick. So yeah, I'm not sure about the sharpness, we'll see when we get the pictures. One thing about this lens though is that, as you can see, it zooms out a fair way, but it's got a lens lock on it. If you push this forward, the lens actually locks and that becomes really hard to turn. So you can see the white ring here, it's locked and you need to snap that back. Otherwise you'll think the thing's all jammed up and stuck. So as for settings, just been doing the usual 1-2000, sort of 1-1000 to 1600. This lens is 5.6, 6.3, so that's what we've been shooting at. We also had a go at shooting video. We tried the manual focus ring out, we tried autofocus, although with this particular lens we noticed we didn't get a lot of focus points on there when we were doing video because it's not a probably I guess a fully compatible Sony lens with the focus points in here. But yeah, we'll see how we go. And wow, it was such a great day. The waves are clean, the sky's out, really good day. We're here with Tawa. Tawa's been out boogie boarding in these big waves. Like, that is a real effort. We should have some photos and video of him, hopefully, that we can put into the vlog and show you. But yeah, tell us what it was like out there today, Tara.
Oh, it was pretty rippy, but you got the right one. It was fun.
Okay, how heavy were they when you got crunched? Like, you got crunched by one?
It would hurt, but you can deal with it. It's not too bad.
Yeah, the pleasure is worth the pain.
Yeah.
And the cold factor, how cold was it?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, freezing. Yeah, well, it is winter here, even though it's a beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, great. Thanks for that, Tara. And
good.
yeah, happy surfing. Go get yourself something to eat and warm up.
I will do.
All right, bye. one other thing is, due to the size of this, you're not going to fit it in a camera bag. Always use it with a sling strap because you don't want to drop this big guy, and you'll need like a good proper backpack. Like this one here can fit in, really strong straps, reinforced. That's going to carry it and keep it all nice and safe. So yeah, you are going to have to invest in a backpack. This one is great. This one is the NCA brand. Just got this on eBay because they're really expensive at shops, but on eBay this was okay. You know, you can have all your spare batteries and stuff in there. It's a good setup. Alright, we're back talking about the 150-600 lens. We've processed the pictures and they came out alright. I don't know whether they're better than the 400mm setup we use with a Sony lens. We had a 70-200 2.8 on here with a 2x teleconverter, which gave us 400mm at 5.6. You know, those photos were sharp. These ones were certainly just as sharp, but we had the 600mm reach, which was a lot better. Now, this has a polarizer filter, circular polarizer on the front there. Now, I'm not sure if we set it up properly. Maybe we had too much polarization. Nice one. It's got a very big lens cap. That's a very big polarizer. That was expensive because it's so big. Anyway, yeah, with the Sony lens, the coating's so good you don't need a polarizer, but with this one, it was recommended to get a circular polarizer, like a pair of sunglasses, adjustable, and we got that. Maybe we had it turned up too much because the blue didn't seem quite as good, but we did Lightroom it up, and you can see those images in this video. We'll have a slideshow of, and we didn't get lots of pictures because the tide was changing, the waves were closing out a lot, there weren't so many surfers out. Now, other things we wanted to talk about. You know, you are a long way away. This set of images we're going to show now shows you pretty much a view from the shoreline. Then we've got an image that is at the full 600mm on this lens. Then we've got the final kind of Photoshop cropped one, our final image. So the great thing about this was it was sharp at 600mm. You can go to full zoom and it is nice and sharp, which is great. So that's sort of that part of it. Now, for shooting, we were on a viewing platform, so you could just use your elbows and go like this, because there's a break over there and we're sort of shooting over there. Then there's another break there, so we could sort of just shoot there, and that was quite stable. And the only thing was that sometimes when you went to go over here, everything would just be out of focus. But what we found was you could just, from the viewing platform, dip down to where the waves are breaking, so the auto focus would kick in, and then it would grab focus on something and then just move back up and out to where the surfers are, and that would be fine. They would get it back in focus. So that was all good. Just look at my list here. Alright, so now we'll talk about the monopod. We use this is a Benro Monopod. This is great. Now this is the aluminium one, so people go, oh, the aluminium one flexes and it's heavy, but we haven't had any flexing problems, and it's not really that heavy at all. The great thing about this one is it has some feet on it, which is good, and you can, if we hold it up there, you can rotate it like this. So you can do your panning using the feet. There's actually kind of a panning joint in there. So the idea is you have that attached to the bottom, and we just slide it on so that it clicks in, and then just tighten this up nice and tight. Now we're a bit way too high here, so we'll just adjust down a bit. But yeah, when you're shooting video, you really need this monopod. Like a tripod would be good too, but basically in the viewfinder you can kind of just easily pan with that base like this and keep it nice and steady while you're filming video. So you don't even have to use this stick here. It's got a great grip on it. This rubber grip here is really good, and you can just pretty much hold the grip and pan it with that, or you can be on the sort of focus ring here and be focusing and panning. Now we tried manual focus. It's pretty cool with this because as soon as you turn it manual focus with Sony peaking all around cuts in, but you got to remember when guys are surfing, they're gradually coming along the wave closer and closer to you, so you need to keep focusing. So we found that wasn't good. You're much better off just leaving that alone for video and letting the camera do its own autofocus. Even though it doesn't have lots of focus points, because it is a Tamron lens and not a full Sony one that gets all of the focus points that are on the A99II. Now finally, we were up on a viewing platform doing this. We haven't been down onto the sand, but for some breaks, yeah, we might have to get on a sand dune, sit on our camping chair here, our fold-up chair, and just sit there comfortably with our monopod and do our filming like that. Now sand, hopefully this is a really high quality, this is all weather sealed, this G2 version of the lens. The original one didn't have weather sealing, the G2 does. So we're hoping that's sand sealing as well. Now even though we're up on this viewing platform, there are still grains of sand, and there's a couple still here in these sort of rings, the focusing ring and the zoom ring. So that's how much damn sand is around when you're at the beach, even when you're up on a viewing platform, nowhere near the sand at all. So that's a worry, and of course salt spray, corrosion, you need to be careful of that too down at the beach. So that pretty much wraps it up. We're very happy with this as a surfing lens. We're certainly going to go and do more pictures. Maybe we'll have them done and they'll make it into this video, maybe not. But certainly this is going to be our surfing setup from now on, and probably using the monopod pole as well, because it's very heavy for handheld shooting, even though the 5-axis stabilization does a great job in the camera. We would recommend just getting one of these monopods or a tripod. The other thing is we always keep it on the strap. Don't want to drop this baby at all. And if it's not long enough, we just made a little extension here. So you just get some rubber, this sort of rubber stretch stuff from the hardware shop, and just a shackle we can undo. So we can attach here and have much longer viewing, because we use this for filming band gigs as well, this monopod, because this one's great. If you look at all of the extensions there, this can go up to about 7 foot tall. It can be over the crowd's heads, and you can film with this Sony screen. Is great because this tilts right round. So you can be looking up into that and have this right above your head and above the crowd and do your video filming. And we just use the monopod. It's a lot easier to carry through a crowd and move around rather than having a full-on tripod. But of course we wouldn't be using this lens for that. We just use another Tamron one, actually, the 28-75 f2.8, which is an excellent lens. Anyway, I've probably talked enough. We will show you some of the videos we shot. We didn't get a lot of great video, but to get a couple of segments that are all right, and we'll put them in here and you can see that. We were pretty happy with the video quality we got out of the camera shooting as well, just using this tripod with its feet, the feet sort of panning like that, and just holding the camera and getting nice smooth panning for video. So yep, that's it. That's everything we know and can recommend about this. One other thing we found from looking at the photos was that f5.6, 6.3 wasn't the best. It was actually better to use f8 and f9 on this. Got us the sharpest pictures. So yeah, we'll be setting it to f8 and f9 aperture on this lens when we're doing surfing pictures. I'm probably shooting around 1,000th of a second, not 1/2000th, but 1/1000th seemed to work quite all right as well. Yeah, so great setup for surfing, really happy with it. The Tamron 150-600mm G2 on the Sony, because the Sony 42 megapixel A99II rocks.